Yep, the battery needed. Yeah, but what sucked me down on top of that was the battery. So yeah, I kept on having to yep.
X band. KA band. Laser.
In the morning, it's yeah. Well, that's normal. That's normal. Yeah, that's normal. I won't have enough gas to get past the tents. So I'm working on that, but I also have to get some interview clothes and some job interview appropriate clothes. So had to buy the battery.